Hoi hoi, how are you? It is Sunday, and officially it is, 10:09 on Sunday, which means tomorrow I have school and means bedtime is in 20 minutes. So this episode is going to be, at most, 20 minutes. Probably going to go over, whatever. So how are you? Good, good, I'm glad. My back hurts a little right now because I was just doing some sketching, and hence we're at my light table. Hello, light table. How are you? Um, just drawing a man with a baseball bat. So, yeah. Oh, I guess this is a good opportunity to show you some of my artwork. Well, I said I'd be posting it, so why not? And now, mind you, I'm still teaching myself to draw again, so I'm not doing too amazingly like these. I look at it and they're not perfect, and it frustrates me. But, after not truly practicing art for at least 5 years, I think. Maybe 3. Probably 3. Without practicing art for a good while, you tend to lose your touch, and I've lost mine. But anyways, here it is. This is a page of Pluto, I call it. I like how I'm doing studies in this book, just studies of random things, and I decided that I wanted to start with Pluto the dog because he is so wrinkly, and you can get the sense of the loose skin on him, and I thought that'd be something good to study for just getting proportions right at first. But then it turned into more of an expression study. So as you can see, I've got right at the bottom here, I've got grumpy, and then really happy, and then right in the top corner, this top corner, I have him lazy. And yeah, so as it is a study, I did some, different angles of him. I've got a full profile, and I've got a 3/4, and I did a study of his paw. His paws are weird. And then his ears, they've come out of these little patches, I don't know. Then I decided, this is actually pretty good. I did a hand study of different Disney hands, most of them being Donald Duck. Because he's got really expressive hands because he's the most emotive of most of the characters. So just a little hand study. So you can see the ones that are, you can probably guess that this one's Goofy, because his hand's weird. It bends in all different places. And then that's a Goofy, or not a Goofy. This is a Mickey fist, and Mickey fists are something I'm needing to work on because I'm not getting the point. As much of a study as I do, I never get the point of fists. Because when you look at a fist like this, say I'm holding my fist like this, you have this little wrinkle bit. And that's hard to show for me. Like for right now, I need to get better at that in cartoon. But then you look at like when I'm studying off of a picture, I can get it, fairly spot on. And my comforter's done in the dryer, so that's what that beep was if you heard it. So yeah, that was a hand study. And then I started. I believe this was yesterday. Was this yesterday? Yeah, this was yesterday. I started drawing Nala. I was going through my huge, oh my gosh, Lion King Diamond Edition on Blu-ray phase, and I wanted to draw Nala, and I wanted to get the whole framework set out. So try googling, Nala skeleton. You don't get good stuff. You don't get anything really to draw. But then after a while of, drawing her, I got her face pretty close. But the eyes was where I was screwing up. So it turned into more of an eye study. And actually you can see I put a little note above Nala. I said, it's backwards on your screen, but I said I need an eye study. Because look, that is not nice. Her face, it makes your face look off balance and not right. So I did a study and I wanted to look at eyes that were similar to hers, so I took a look at Stitch. And Stitch does have sort of the same eye pattern where he's got the little holes to put his eyes in. Everyone has eye holes, I hope. And then I wanted to look at someone who doesn't have eyes, really, so I looked at Mr. Magoo there. So I checked out his sort of a side profile. And then I wanted to go for the eyes of people who is crazy, you know? So someone who shows great eye expression is Bugs Bunny. So I looked at him when he's sort of out of sorts. Again, I need to work on my line work. It's very messy now that I'm seeing it. But I get the point of the eyes. I'm going to do another eye study, and then Woody Woodpecker, because his eyes are classic. And then I decided to go back and try a Lion King character because their eyes are so distinctive. So I did Baby Simba right in the middle here. So if you can see right there, I took a stab at his eyes. That sounds quite morbid. I didn't stab at his eyes, but I took a stab at, doing Baby Simba's eyes. That's basically all I've got. I started off a while ago going through and trying some life studies and studies of models and such. And I mean, at the time, this was 3 years ago, I think, was sort of a hind study. And then after this, there's a 3-year gap. Yeah, there would be, because I bought this in grade 9. There's a 3-year gap. And then you have a couple months ago me going back and teaching myself to draw again, starting with circles, going through bad circles, going through line placement. And I mean, this is not good. This is very bad. Like, even just look at the lines. I can't even draw a straight line at the time. But then I keep practicing, then a week later I'm getting a bit better. My lines are a bit straighter. My circles are a bit more circular without using a guide of any kind. Or what in the woodworking world we call a jig. And then I started to try going back to some still life and a mug. It's not very good. I bought a bunch of new pens and they're amazing, and so I was testing them out, and this is a ball bounce pattern. It's not perfect, the circles aren't perfect. What I wanted to do with this was just experiment with timing and spacing. So the timing is going to be, well, let's see, how many frames is this one? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So depending at what frame rate I'm at, this could be 1 second if I'm going at like traditional camera film, which is 29.4, I believe. 29.7, something around there. If I'm doing this at 12 frames a second, it won't blend very well, but it'll take like over 2 seconds, and then if I do it at traditionally 24 frames per second, it's gonna take about a second. So either way, timing and spacing, squash and stretch, some fun stuff. Nothing that I'm willing to show you there because it's bad. Again, oh, this is kind of interesting. This has nothing to do with the vlog. Blind contour. You're not allowed to look at your hand while you're drawing, and disregard that. I was trying to draw this guy. He's my model, and yeah, he's a little difficult to deal with. This I wanted to see what I could sketch in 5 minutes, so drew a man with a baseball bat. I got it out of my drawing book. It was just a drawing that was already there. I drew him, and yes, he is naked. That's the art world for you. So, that was a nice little sidetrack. I'm glad you joined me. Now I have 10 minutes left to do with the video, maximum. Boy, I'm thirsty, but all that's around me is India ink, and you can't drink that. It's actually poisonous. So I won't. You may wonder why my face is so bright, but that's because my light table's on. So no worries. So if I turn it off, I look natural, and I don't like that. I want to look spooky. Okay. Anyways, so this morning I wanted to sleep till 11. It was my last day of vacation. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sleep till 11. It's going to be great. At 9:30 I woke up and went down for breakfast, and I had my typical Frosted Flakes with a cup of coffee and what else? My vitamins, and then yeah, that was it. Oh no, because I had a slice of toast with cream cheese and a slice of banana bread for some potassium. Because we had no bananas in the house, and it was, there. And the reason we didn't have them was because every time our bananas get slightly brown, we make them into banana stuff. So banana muffins, banana nut muffins usually, but this time banana bread. So yum yum. Lunch, I came up and I cleaned my room after breakfast, and it's still not perfect, but if you look at the floor, it's damn close to pretty. So, yeah, I got some of that done, and then for lunch, I made myself a little microwave General Tso's spicy chicken. That was nice. And I added hot sauce. I love that stuff. What is it? Sriracha. Oh, it's so good. It's very spicy. And my lips were a-flapping. And while I was doing that, remember that book I was reading? The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz. Remembered that in 1974 they made a film of it. So I was looking for that, and I found it. And I was a little, I'm not the kind of person that skips out on a book to watch the movie instead. Even though I usually am the guy who watches the movie and reads the book. But I got partway through part 2 of the book, and there's 3 parts, and I decided I'd learned enough about the writer's style to make an educated comment. And I looked at the film, and the thing about films is that they're never like the book precisely. Like, look at any film adaptation of any book. But in the opening credits to the 1974 film, the screenplay was by Mordecai Richler, and he's the guy who wrote the book. So I trusted it, and from what I read and what I saw, he kept the lines, and he kept the storyline perfect. So, I mean, when the author has a hand in the screenplay, it seems to turn out fairly well, in terms of, sticking to the storyline. So I did that. Then I had my lunch, as I told you, cleaned my room some more, then did my laundry. I got a lot of laundry done. I'm going to show you my closet. Oh no, I'm not. That's a silly thing to do with video, but I have lots of clothes that I'm going to have to throw out, because a lot of them now don't fit me. I have 3 pairs of pants in there. Sorry, I'm trying to get you set up again. 3 pairs of pants in there that don't fit me, which is sad because I really like those pants. Oh no! I kicked my power bar. Well, that's fun. One sec. Haha. Yeah, I gotta keep that on. I've got 2 cameras charging right now. Got my video camera and then my still camera, because tomorrow I am going out after school with 2 of the stars from the 2 of the actors from my short film, and we're gonna go shoot some pictures of them together so I can frame them and set up the scene a bit more. A little bit of an awkward situation today when I was dealing with stuff with that. I did hear back from the guy with the location, and he wants me to call him tomorrow. So I'm going to do that around 10. But then I've got another phone call with the principal of the art school here, and he said, I've got a lot of young, talented actors who would love this opportunity. And I said, you know what, that's fair. But that put me into a bit of an awkward situation because I already had someone in that role. But the only reason I chose her was that she was the only one who applied. And she was a grade 12, so already you're really out of my age range of 8 to 12. And I'm not talking grade, I'm talking age. I want 8 to 12. I want a kid. So I had to send her the message saying, thank you so much for, putting your name forward. I apologize so much that, but I've been given the opportunity to get an actor of the age that I'm looking for, and had this been available to me earlier, it would have been the choice I'd have gone with. I didn't say that, because that doesn't sound good now that I say it. Yeah. So, and she was okay with it, so I'm really happy with that. So I have a room, I have 2 out of 3 cast members. Tomorrow I'm going to get a third. I'm going to get all my photos done, then I'm going to go to Walmart tomorrow evening after guitar, and I'm going to get all of my photos printed. Then I'm going to... Nope, that's all I'm going to do tomorrow, because I'm going to have school stuff to do anyways. I've got to work on a documentary about Ontario mining, and that has to get done as soon as possible because that's my culminating project for multimedia. So I gotta get that done. Man. Anyways, for dinner tonight, I made myself some nachos, but with a twist, sort of. I didn't use like regular nacho cheese. I used the lighter stuff, the light fat stuff, and I used a ton, like a metric ton, of vegetables. I cut up a bunch of onion, I had some red pepper, I had some orange pepper, I had some yellow pepper. I love baby bell peppers. So I got those done, and I got those on there. And then for my meat, I cut up about, I'd say, my pointer finger length of spicy Spanish sausage and put it on top. And I had that with some light sour cream. So, yeah. Anyways, that was my day. So, yeah. Anyways, it was good talking to you, I think. I enjoyed it. And, yes, that was my dad just walking by. That's why that was kind of awkward, because of yesterday. He walked in the middle of it, and now I'm at the end of it. Anyways, thank you for paying attention to me. Thank you for looking at my artwork. Tell me what you think. I know it's not perfect, but I'm still working on it, and I'm going to get there soon. Anyways, so have a good night, Sláinte, and I will talk to you tomorrow.